Hi, you're watching High School Crossfire, only debating forum where we discuss societal issues. I'm Star Ashley, the host of the program, and with me, I'm having students from Seeta Green Campus. How are you doing?
Oh, good.
You guys are so smart, huh?
Thank you.
What's your name?
I'm Mr. Treasure, team captain of the Seeta High School's Green Campus debate team.
Okay.
This is Omar Joshua, our second speaker, Nantale Melissa, our first speaker, and Nabasa Johnson Angel, our second speaker.
Is it your first time to participate in High School Crossfire?
Yes, please.
And what do you expect?
A rush of adrenaline, excitement, fun, getting to learn something, and representing our school as a whole.
Okay,
Yes,
definitely.
please.
And
Yeah.
which topic are you on?
We are basically looking at the moral values in society today. That's what we are going to be focusing on today in our debate, in the conversation we shall have today. So basically we are looking at how moral values influence the law in society today and how they help promote values in our society.
Do you want to be on the affirmative side or?
We are ready for any.
Okay.
Bring it on.
You're really brilliant
We
enough for
are.
it.
Yes,
And which
please.
school are you battling with?
Pardon?
Which school are you battling with?
Naggalama.
Naggalama.
Yes,
Are you not scared of them? Really?
Not really.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. More of the content still coming right here on High School Crossfire. Don't go away. Stick around. I'm joined up by students from Naggalama, and they will be interacting with me. How are you doing, bro?
We're fine, we're doing fine.
Your name?
Goev Kawakaovi.
Okay. And what's your team?
My team consists of Kakai Patience, Chimuli Alpha, and Mukinda Nimrod.
Okay. And I look nervous. Huh? What's happening?
It's the first time.
Okay. And what's the resolution?
The resolution is the House believes that moral values are objective and not subjective.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Definitely. And which school are you competing with?
We are competing with our hosts, which is Seeta Green.
Briefly, how did you perform in previous debates?
We actually took the championship, and us being here is totally to defend it.
So do you think you're taking it again or?
Yes, that is the hope.
Okay.
Yes.
And what's the resolution?
The resolution is the House believes that moral values are objective and not subjective.
Okay.
Yes.
And how do you explain it to a layman's language, someone watching you right now?
A layman would actually understand it as moral values are supposed to be a must, and rather not basing on people's personal opinions, which is subjective. Yes.
Okay. Wish you all the best, of course, as you take it on, God willing. Definitely, you're still watching High School Crossfire. More of the content coming on. Stick around. Don't go away.
House rules. Each speaker has 5 minutes. The first and last minutes are protected. The judge will ring a bell to signal the protected time. The bell will ring continuously after 5 minutes.
Resolved. Good afternoon to you all. My name is Nantale Melissa, first a farmer from the government. This house believes that moral values are objective and not subjective. Firstly, according to the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, 10th edition, objectivity simply means not being influenced by personal feelings but considering facts. Similar words to this could mean factual or considering, let me say, thoughts made of a rational basis. Then subjectivity, on the other hand, is the absolute opposite. It is based off personal feelings or perspectives, but without considering facts. Now, moral values, which are the key factor of words in this debate, are the guidelines about what is right or wrong. These are basically what people use to determine what is right or wrong. What is the discussion of today about? The discussion is a comparison to see whether the guidelines about what is right or wrong are made from a rational basis or actually influenced by people's feelings. So firstly, as team proposition, we actually think values are more objective than subjective because, first of all, the moral values are embroidered in the law. Now, you may ask yourself, why does the embroidery of laws make them more objective than subjective? First of all, laws provide guidelines on what is wrong and right to their people. Our parameter being Uganda, because we have considered Uganda, it has a diverse cultures whereby the laws, regardless of the factors of subjectivity, the laws are actually made of a rational basis. That is why I have things like the parliament, we have things like parliamentarians. Now, firstly, we think that the embroidery of moral values in the law makes them more subjective than objective because laws provide guidelines on what is wrong or right to the people, but two, laws are made of a rational basis. In Uganda, in the Ugandan Constitution of 1995, we have laws that are against things that we all morally know are wrong. Things like, let me say, in the article 124, the Penal Code Act, section 124, which punishes rapists against rapists with death and attempted rape. We have article 44A, section 188 about murder, that punishes murderers with imprisonment. What does this show to you? Uganda as a state has an entire penal code act on morality, punishments for people who go against morality. What does this show? This shows that the fact that we agree that laws are made of a rational basis, and the fact that we know that morals are in the laws, means we inevitably agree that morals are made of an objective basis. The fact that we agree that yes, laws are made of a rational basis because we have parliamentarians debating about this, and then we agree to the fact that yes, these very laws made of an objective rational basis are also in the morals that we hold today. This shows that predominantly morals themselves are objective. Then brings us to our second argument. We as team government cannot refuse to acknowledge the fact that religion and culture play an important role in terms of morality. However, our major argument today here is that the religious values are actually not subjective but rather objective. Any POI? No, thank you. Firstly, the values are got from holy books. What does this initially show? These holy books, the values are gotten to us by religion are got from holy books. They are guidelines that tell people what is right and wrong. Meaning that Christians, for example, Christians think polygamy is bad because the Bible says so. Muslims, on the other hand, don't agree because the Bible says so. What does this show? This shows that religion itself is an objective factor of morality because it does not give people the opportunity to think for themselves. We have children from a young age. A child is taught how to, what is right or wrong. Children are not, like their feelings and personal thought are not involved. That is why religion itself is rather objective than subjective, because it denies people the chance to think about these things. In a country whereby, another reason why we think religious values being a major part in morals is because religious values remain valid regardless of what people think of it. Thank you. The best example are the Ten Commandments, and I believe my second speaker is going to come and emphasize on that point. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chimoli Alpha Lawrence from St. Joseph's Senior Secondary School, Naggalama. As the resolution states, this house believes that moral values are objective and not subjective. Our house, which is the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, with our parameter as the world, negates this resolution. First of all, the affirmers came here and said, wrong is wrong, right is right. No, my friend. Wrong can be right depending on the situation, how it is done, where it is done from. You can't tell me that you're going to say everything is wrong because it is written that way. We are not encouraging dictatorship. I continue. The affirmers came here. Yes, I agree with the key terms. I agree with the definition of the key terms that they gave us. But they didn't even give you examples of moral values. Allow me to give you some examples of moral values. We have love. We have modesty, humility, compassion, and kindness. Ladies and gentlemen, are moral values subjective or objective? Of course, the affirmers are going to say objective. Why? They are basing on their own opinions. They are basing on their own ideas and feelings. It shows subjectivity. They may not know it, but to a greater extent, they are already agreeing with us unknowingly. How are moral values subjective? First of all, moral values are subjective because the principle of right and wrong depends on the situation. You're not going to encourage dictatorship like the affirmers came here and said, wrong is wrong, right is right. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a paid assassin came to your house demanding for the whereabouts of your loved ones. You lied saying that you are unaware. Therefore, you did the right thing by lying. You can't just offer there your relatives, your loved one, by saying they're in this place. You are sacrificing them. Do you want them to die? This person is already doing wrong. Dear judges,
POI.
Not granted. Dear judges, you chose to lie to save a life, which is not wrong. You're saving a life. This person has already been paid. We all know how the assassins behave. It is worse when they have already been paid because they have to make sure that they do what they were paid for. Granted.
Don't you agree that citizens of a country would make decisions depending on the laws of the state?
Please be loud enough. I beg for your pardon.
Do you agree that citizens of a country would make decisions depending on the laws of the state?
Thank you. I'll answer that. Citizens of a country will make decisions depending on the law of a state. The law of a state is, first of all, the parliament discusses about it. It is based on everyone's different opinion and idea. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, what else shows that moral values are in fact subjective? What else? The fact that some practices... Not granted. The fact that some practices spark decisive opinions. For example, according to the Daily Monitor of Monday, 26th February 2018, a research in Mukura revealed that 26 parents consented to the euthanasia of their disabled children. Ladies and gentlemen, this wasn't out of malicious intent. No, never. But an act of compassion, an act of love, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, if this isn't love, if this isn't compassion, then I don't know what it is. Dear judges, these parents sacrificed the chance to be with their loved ones. Dear August House, I urge you to treasure the time you have with your loved ones. Because do you know what happens if you don't? You don't know when the time will expire. I therefore leave this stage as I state that moral values are indeed subjective. I rest my case. Thank you.
This is the High School Crossfire. We'll be back in a minute.